to expand here as the Zerg.
Yeah, interesting choice by Edge, choosing not to take a contentious expansion in between the two of them. They could just easily get siege tanked. And Voices is just totaling up. Classic Terran. He's in a really strong position. He's got missile turrets as well as these bunkers in his lines, and these Thors are just spread out so nicely. And he does have this mass group of Hellions, so something Edge really needs to be careful with. He really needs to spread the creep. We're already seeing a Hellion harassing this expansion down below the south here, so Edge is already behind on that, and more Hellions going down towards this expansion. These mutas lists really need to do something about it or begin harassment of their own, because that many Hellions is basically going to be able to shut this expansion down. They'll even be able to take care of the Spine Crawler if he so chooses, and we do see harassment going on at the same time. Hellions going in while these mutalisks are harassing these base. Hellions coming in, working on the drones and the Spine Crawler, while we see mutalisks trying to desperately try and find a little hole in the Terran defense there. Now, if he uses Magic Box here, which he doesn't appear to be doing, he could actually take out those Thors, no problem at all. So, looks like Edge needs to go read that threat on Team Liquid, while we are seeing those bunch of Hellions completely shut down that expansion, taking out all those drones, although these mutalisks are going to get the Hellions. This is bad for Voices, although they kind of pay for themselves shutting that expansion down, but there's so many mutas on the field here, so really needs to be careful, Voices, with these Hellion harassments, because they are quite expensive when you're sending out 6 or 7 Hellions at once. He doesn't want to waste minerals that heavily, especially when he's spending so well right now. But there's lots and lots of Thors, so this is going to be a huge problem, even with a decent Magic Block usage of these mutas. This many Thors is going to be a problem for him to deal with.
Yeah, and the Hellions, just losing so many there, could come back and bite him, as they are very important in countering all these Lings. Look at all the Lings that Edge has. Because Voices, because of these mutas, he's forced to get so many Thors, when usually you'd see maybe quite a few tanks mixed in with this mech sort of army. So that's when the Hellions become critical, because mutas against Thors, the Zerglings really make the difference.
Yeah, we're seeing this looking like Edge is trying to find this expansion, realizing the timing that Terran should be taking a third base, and he is, and this is going to be a very contentious expansion. It's really going to come down to who can hang on to it here. Interesting choice by Voices to get an orbital and float it out there. Usually you will see a planetary fortress to take an expansion that's so dangerous like this, but if he gets a couple of siege tanks to try and defend this, but he does have such a cluster of Thors, which is going to be a huge problem to deal with. Bunch of Banelings warping in, but with this many Thors and this many Hellions, it's not going to be that effective, I don't imagine, unless he can get off some really, really good timing. These Hellions should be able to barbecue them and really take care of these speedlings. Mutas coming in, realizing the danger right now. We're seeing his Hellions cutting the army. Got to be careful he doesn't get a bad surround. No, retreating to the Thor line. This is going to be huge, huge problems for Edge to deal with. Now he's cut off from his main expansion. Just these 2 Spine Crawlers out inside his main. We're seeing these Banelings coming in, working on these Hellions. Hellions going down, and now the mutas trying to work on these Thors. They have a decent spread there, so he was using Magic Box, but now they're slowly going down. He just lost too many on the fly-in, and looking like these Thors are going to mop this up. This is a bad situation for Edge. Not sure how he's going to turn this around. Probably going to hit the Zergling panic button. We are seeing the Zergling panic button going up. 22 being produced. Here come all those Zerglings. Are they going to be able to hold on against this many Thors? There's a few who are beat up, but I don't know if he's going to be able to hang on here.
Yeah, I think the mistake Edge might have made here, I would have liked to see him take another base. I know that one did get shut down, but he just seems to have such a small army here. I'm glad that he used the Magic Box, so nicely demonstrated that, but other than that, it's bad news for Edge here.
Yeah, more Thors streaming in here. I think Voices smells blood in the water, looking like he's going to shut down this natural expansion. Really bad situation for Edge, and he does call GG. But really solid play from both sides. It was back and forth between the two for quite a lot of that game. I think Edge fell a little bit behind in the just the creep spreading, and really need to get to possibly even think about taking the off-position gold just to try and boost his economy, even though he was taking damage from that Hellion harass. And I'm sure that people are going to watch this sitting there going, oh, Terran is overpowered. But no, it was a really good game, and I thought both players played really well.
Yeah, I definitely liked the it showed he really reacted to what Edge was doing, not getting tanks because there were no roaches, which is what you usually get, roachling muta against the meching Terran. So he mixed that up a bit, and yeah, I think the third expansion being so far away really came back to bite Edge here, as his mutas were caught out of position. Those Hellions just did whatever, they could do what they wanted.
Yeah, really good game between two potential stars of tomorrow. That's a wrap.